Hello friends, welcome to Lab Talk, and this is the third lecture in this video series on internal quality control. So in this series we will see some practical aspect regarding internal quality control, which will include reconstitution of quality control material and storages of quality control material. Now, as we have seen in the last video that there are three types of quality control material. The first one being the lyophilized material, the second one being liquid stable ready to use material, and the third one is liquid frozen material. So out of that, this lyophilized material, which is freeze dried, need to be reconstituted in the laboratory. So once a lyophilized internal quality control material is received in the laboratory, it should be reconstituted with the help of diluent, which is either supplied with the QC material itself or with the distilled water as per recommendation from the manufacturer. So how to do this reconstitution we will see. The process of reconstitution involves adding a specified volume of distilled water to lyophilized QC material. The water should completely dissolve the lyophilized content, giving a liquid solution which is ready for analysis. Reconstitution is a straightforward process but requires a high level of precision. Small errors can have serious implication to the reconstituted material. If too much water is pipetted during reconstitution, the material will be heavily diluted and the results will be lower than expected. If too little water is pipetted during reconstitution, the material will not be sufficiently diluted and result will be higher than expected. If the correct volume of water is pipetted but a small amount of water gets stuck in the pipette tip due to poor pipetting technique, result will be higher than expected. If a lyophilized control has been reconstituted incorrectly, the content of the vial will be wasted. It is therefore important that controls are reconstituted with care. Now we will see the basic method how to reconstitute a QC material. Materials and methods required for QC material reconstitution. We need a calibrated volumetric pipette, sterile appropriately sized pipette tips, distilled water or any other diluent which is been specified by manufacturer, a technician with a good pipetting technique, and lyophilized QC stored according to the manufacturer's specification. Now this lyophilized QC material should be stored before reconstitution as per manufacturer instruction. It is very important to read the complete kit insert which is provided along with the IQC material for proper reconstitution and storage of the QC material. How to reconstitute lyophilized QC material we will see. Each different lyophilized control may require slightly different preparation. So we will see here step by step procedure how to reconstitute a QC material. Place the vial of lyophilized QC on a flat surface. Carefully remove the lid and rubber stopper, making sure not to spill any material. Using a calibrated pipette and sterilized pipette tip, add exact amount of distilled water as per manufacturer instructions which is mentioned in the kit insert. Ensure no water is left in the pipette tip or on the rim side of the vial. Place the rubber stopper and lid firmly back onto the QC vial. Leave to stand for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, gently invert the QC vial 10 to 15 times to ensure the content is completely dissolved, making sure to avoid the formation of foam. Alternatively, place the vial on a roller for 30 minutes to ensure the content is thoroughly mixed. Please do not shake the vial, which can lead to breaking of the molecule and inappropriate QC reconstitution. Additional consideration which should be followed during reconstitution of QC material is to use a permanent marker. Record the name of the reconstituting technician who has reconstituted the QC material. The expiry date of the QC material and lot number should be clearly mentioned on the vial. Once the QC material is reconstituted, there is a very common practice to allocate QC materials. Now why we need to allocate these QC materials? Allocating QC material can extend the open vial stability of a lyophilized control according to the manufacturer's recommendation. By splitting your QC material into a number of tubes and freezing these, you can extend the working stability of the control and ultimately reducing wastages. The amount of money spent on unnecessary additional controls can be reduced by allocating QC material. Reconstituted QC material can be allocated into different small size vials. Using a micropipette, allocate the required volume of reconstituted material into a tube. Label each of these small tubes with the date of the material of reconstitution, date of expiry, lot number of the material, and if possible the initials of the reconstituting technician who has reconstituted the QC material. Store each of these aliquot at -20°C in a frost-free freezer. Be sure to check the kit insert for frozen stability claims. Frequent thawing and freezing of aliquot should be avoided. Whenever the QC analysis is to be done, remove one of the aliquot from the freezer and allow the material to thaw and reach room temperature. Once thawed, the material is ready for use. Please note, do not refreeze the remaining QC material. It leads to loss of stability of the analyte. Do not return any unused material to the vial. Here we have seen the reconstitution of QC material and the storage condition of the QC materials. With this, I will finish this short video on QC reconstitution and storage of QC material. Thank you, and follow the complete series on internal quality control for more details on internal quality control. Thank you.